Alright, so welcome back to another unboxing video. So for this video, I'll be unboxing Dale of Merchants Collection. Wow, I can't believe I finally got it. Even though technically this came out before Dale of Merchants 3 came out, even though it came out before this, I decided to save this for last because obviously it's bigger, right? Well, it's bigger in a lot of ways. There's more content in this expansion, in this collection, than there is in these. Okay? There's a lot more going on with this collection for sure than there is with these. Okay? But that's not all. This was built, this was big, so that way it could accommodate Dale of Merchants 3, Dale of Merchants 2, and of course the original Dale of Merchants. So, not the box, obviously, not the boxes, but the contents, the cards, the dice that are in here are going to be able to fit in here. So all three of these will fit in here. Now, of course, I'm going to keep these 3 boxes. Yes, most people like to get rid of their boxes once they don't need them. But I still like these boxes. I won't put them in the same spot they used to be. I'll probably put them in the closet somewhere, but I will keep them for sure. Now, why would that be another good reason to keep them? Well, they are small, so that means that they are definitely easier to take with you if you're going to travel. If you want to go do something like go camping or something like that. If you want to go camping, I don't want to bring this big box with me if I'm going to go camping or something like that. I would want to bring something small. So this would be perfect if I wanted to just bring one expansion especially. Also, if I'm going to go to my get together with my friends at some point and we're going to play board games, well, I might bring the big one. But maybe the big one would be too intimidating for them, especially if they've never played Dale of Merchants, so it might just be easier to introduce them to one of the Dale of Merchants first. So, in that sense, then I would just bring one little box. That's another good reason to keep these little boxes. So, we'll keep the boxes, but we will definitely put all of the content in here, where it's supposed to go now. So, let's open up this box, because man, I can't wait to see what we've got for this expansion, for this big box. And also notice it has a Dice Towers Seal of Excellence. They all do, except for Dale of Merchants 3. Not that Dale of Merchants 3 isn't as good, but most of them do, so that's good. Also, each one has a different little saying below it. This one is the greatest exhibition in the world. So that's what this collection is about. And I don't think I've ever actually said what the others are, but the first one is the Guild of Extraordinary Traders, the Era of Trade Masters for number 2, and the Grand Continental Railway is number 3. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, so here's some tokens. We got some punch-outs to punch out, and one already punched out. This bigger one. Look at that. That is cool. That is very cool. Okay, cool. I don't know exactly what it's for, but it's cool. Very cool indeed. And then we've got tons of other punch-outs. We've got coins now, money coins by the looks of it, and some other types of tokens with a planet on them. I think this is a dial, I think, for this compass. So that's really cool. All right, let's set that aside. Okay, this is the Animal Folk Compendium. It's hard to read. There we go, maybe that's better. So let's take a look inside the compendium here. So it basically has all the information of how each of the different Animal Folk merchants work. And obviously their items and stuff like that, how they all work. As in what the play style is. And so here's Dale of Merchants 1 right here. Okay. And then here is Dale of Merchants 2 right here. And then this over here on the bottom is the promotional card that came with the second one that I also have. Here is Dale of Merchants 3, right here. And the last ones are for Dale of Merchants, the collection. And so here we have the Vigorous Emperor Penguins, the Wealthy Tuataras, the Enthusiastic Wood Turtles, ooh, 2 reptiles right there, the Mischievous Tasmanian Devils, the Fickle Giant Pangolins, the Swindling Black-Headed Gulls, the Lively Slender Mongooses, so another reptile, so 3 in this one, awesome, and the Stealthy Long-Winged Tomb Bats. Ooh, bats, I love bats. Cool. Okay, we'll take a look at this later, because they each have a different play style, so we'll delve into that a little later. Let's look at everything else first. So here's the rule book. And there's going to be a lot more content since there's new stuff, obviously. There's even new types of cards in this game. So that's really cool. So it's a nice big rule book with lots of beautiful artwork. Now we won't go through the rest of it, but oh, we'll take a look at that though. That's beautiful. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's the rule book mostly, more or less. Okay. Oh yes, and apparently there are play mats as well for Dale of Merchants that you can get. Although I don't know if there's a cheap way to get them or not. So, because the company is in the Netherlands or something like that, I think. So the shipping and handling fee is going to be a huge amount of money. So if you can get these playmats somewhere else, I would like to know. Because I would love to get a few of these playmats. And obviously here's our merchant board. This is the daytime merchant board. Or should I say that's the nighttime merchant board. And then the daytime merchant board. Not necessarily my favorite merchant board, mostly because I don't see any stalls on here. But it doesn't really matter which one you use. You can use whichever one you want. There's going to be space for all of them in here, so you just choose your favorite or something. And that's what I'll probably do. This one also comes with 2 new dice, so that's awesome because all the others came with 1 dice, right? So that meant 1 animal folk that had dice involved. Well, in this one, there's 2 of them that have dice involved. 2 different animal folk. So that's really cool. Okay. We have some... I think these are the dividers. Let's see. Alright, so I think these are dividers, because there's 1 of each of these. So that way you can put the cards... in between, obviously, these dividers. So I think these are all the dividers. Cool, so these are the new ones, obviously. Very cool. And then a place to put your junk cards as well. And there are now trap cards as well, so a place to put them. And there's specialty cards, so a place to put them. And deck selection cards. So I think this is for, I'm not sure, but I think there's like a way you can like randomly select all the different animal folk cards. I would think so, at least, now. And so there's a place to put them. sort of like the randomizers of Dominion kind of had. So I think there's also going to be a place for these as well. So that's cool. I think that's what that means anyways. So we'll find out shortly. But I think that's what those are for. Or that is for. Okay, so these are new cards right here. We'll take a look at these momentarily. Let's look at the smaller stuff here first. So lots of stuff, and as you can see, it's a big box with a big insert. I hope we don't need this too, but I don't think this is meant to be kept. We'll take it out for now. But still, cool. Very cool indeed. Alright, so let's take a look at these next. Alright, so here we go. So first we have the Resourceful Ally, the Vigorous Emperor Penguins. So we're not going to explain anything in this video or anything like that, because I still don't know what half of these do anyway, if not most. But we'll definitely want to at least take a look at all of them. So we have Ice Trade as well for them, and traveling equipment. And if you guys want to stop and look at stuff, don't hesitate to pause it. Stove. Fishing. And practical values. So that's all of their stuff. And that's the Penguins. Very cool. Okay, the Avid Financer. The Wealthy Tuataras. Cool, very cool. I love Tuataras. They're a very unique reptile. Only live in 2 islands of New Zealand. Very unique. Very unique. Then we have Greed. Golden Opportunity. Cash. Display of Power. And Safe Profits. And that's for the Tuataras. Cool. Alright. 2 down. So here we have the Impulsive Visionary. Enthusiastic Wood Turtles. Collector's Desire. Groundbreaking Idea. Inspiration. Insight. And Perfect Move. So that's all their stuff. Very cool. Okay. Now we have the Shrewd Trickster. Probably going to be more of an attack merchant, probably. Who knows? We'll see. I guess we'll have to see later. But Shrewd Trickster, Mischievous Tasmanian Devils. Cool. Very cool. Disruptive Speech. Tit for Tat. I like that one a lot. Shameless Rummage. Public Humiliation. And Equality. Interesting set of cards right there. But we still have more merchants where that came from. Fumbling Dreamer. Fickle Giant Pandas. And look, they work with the dice. They work with, actually, it looks like they work with both of the dice. That's interesting. There's 2 dice for these merchants. I was thinking there was going to be 2 merchants with 1 dice each, but that doesn't seem to be the case. it seems these merchants get 2 dice. That is cool. All right. Well, let's take a look what they have then. The Coffee Grinder. Accident. Loose Marbles. Looks like these work with the dice as well. Another Fine Mess. Another one that works with the dice. And Fresh Start. Okay, that's the Pangolins. Very cool and interesting. Okay, we still got some more here. Meddling Marketeer. Swindling Black-Headed Goals. Okay, let's take a look at this stuff. Goodwill Presents. Alternative Plan. Anchor. Manufactured Joy. And Shaky Shaky Enterprise. I got it like that. Okay, and then we still have 2 more merchants. Awesome. Dramatic Romantic. Lively Slender Mongooses. Dramatic Romantic, huh? Okay, let's look at their stuff then. Bouquets. Oh, isn't that nice? Selecting Contracts. Serenade. Spinning Wheel. And Inheritance. Okay, that's cool. And our last one, and certainly not the least, for sure, as is one of my favorite animals, bats. Sneaky Scout. Stealthy Long-Winged Tomb Bats. Very cool. Very cool artwork. False Alarm. Heroic Deed. Secret Mission. Capture. And Provocation. Okay, cool. Now that's the merchants, but obviously there's still new junk cards. So here's all the new junk cards. But then again, there's more.